Introduction to invest in cryptocurrencies. The first cryptocurrency which comes into the existence was Bitcoin, which was built on blockchain technology, and probably it was launched in 2009 by a mysterious person, Satoshi Nakamoto. At the time writing this blog, 17 million Bitcoin had been mined, and it is believed that total 21 million Bitcoin could be mined. The other most popular cryptocurrencies are Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Golem, Civic, and hard forks of Bitcoin like Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold. It is advised to users to not put all money in one cryptocurrency and try to avoid investing at the peak of cryptocurrency bubble. It has been observed that price has been suddenly dropped down when it is on the peak of the crypto bubble. Since the cryptocurrency is a volatile market, so users must invest the amount which they can afford to lose, as there is no control of any government on cryptocurrency, as it is a decentralized cryptocurrency. Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, predicted that Bitcoin is a real gold and it will dominate all the currencies like USD, EUR, INR, and ASD in future and become global currency in coming years. Why and why not invest in cryptocurrencies? Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency which came into existence, and thereafter around 1,600 cryptocurrencies has been launched with some unique feature for each coin. Some of the reasons which I have experienced and would like to share. Cryptocurrencies have been created on the decentralized platform, so users don't require a third party to transfer cryptocurrency from one destination to another one, unlike fiat currency where a user need a platform like bank to transfer money from one account to another. Cryptocurrency built on a very safe blockchain technology and almost no chance to hack and steal your cryptocurrencies until you don't share some critical information. You should always avoid buying cryptocurrencies at the high point of cryptocurrency bubble. Many of us buy the cryptocurrencies at the peak in the hope to make quick money and fall victim to the hype of bubble and lose their money. It is better for users to do a lot of research before investing the money. It is always good to put your money in multiple cryptocurrencies instead of one, as it has been noticed that few cryptocurrencies grow more, some average if other cryptocurrencies go in the red zone. Cryptocurrencies to focus. In 2014, Bitcoin holds the 90% market and rest of the cryptocurrencies holds the remaining 10%. In 2017, Bitcoin is still dominating the crypto market, but its share has sharply fallen from 90% to 38%, and altcoins like Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple has grown rapidly and captured the most of the market. Bitcoin is still dominating the cryptocurrency market, but not the only cryptocurrency which you need to consider while investing in cryptocurrency. Some of the major cryptocurrencies you must consider: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum, Tron, Civic, Golem, Monero. Where and how to buy cryptocurrencies. While some years ago it was not easy to buy cryptocurrencies, but now the users have many available platforms. In 2015, India has two major Bitcoin platforms, Unocoin Wallet and ZebPay Wallet, where users can buy and sell Bitcoin only. The users have to buy Bitcoin from wallet only, but not from another person. There was a price difference in buying and selling rate, and users has to pay some nominal fee for completing their transactions. In 2017, cryptocurrency industry grew tremendously and the price of Bitcoin grown spontaneously, especially in last 6 months of 2017, which forced users to look for alternatives of Bitcoin and crossed 14 lakhs in the Indian market. As Unodax and ZebPay are the two major platforms in India who were dominating the market with 90% of market share, which was dealing in Bitcoin only. It gives the chance to other organizations to grow with other altcoins and even forced Unocoin and others to add more currencies to their platform. Unocoin, one of India's leading cryptocurrency and blockchain company, launched an exclusive platform, Unodax Exchange, for their users to trade multiple cryptocurrencies apart from trading of Bitcoin and Unocoin. The difference between both platforms was, Unocoin was providing instant buy and sell of Bitcoin only, whereas on Unodax, users can place an order of any available cryptocurrency, and if it matches with the recipient, the order will be executed. Other major exchanges available to trade cryptocurrencies in India are CoinEx, CoinSecure, Bitbans, WageRx. Users have to open an account in any of the exchange with signing up with email and submitting the KYC details. Once their account gets verified, one can start trading of coins of their choice. Users have to research well before investing in any coins and not fall into the trap of cryptocurrency bubble. Users must research the exchange credibility, transparency, security features and many more. All exchanges charge some nominal fee on each transaction. There are two types of charges, maker fee and taker fee. Apart from the transaction fee, one has to pay the transfer fee, if you want to transfer your cryptocurrencies in other exchange or your private wallet. The charges solely depend on the coins and exchanges. The different exchange has different price module for transferring the coins. Major altcoins other than Bitcoin. As mentioned above, Bitcoin is dominating the market with a 38% market share, followed by Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Exchanges like Uno DAX, Bitfinex, Kraken, Bitstamp have listed many other coins like Golem, Civic, Raiden Network, Kyber Network, Basic Attention, 0x, Augur, Monero, Tron and many more. If any of the coins match your portfolio, then you must buy it. But, you must put the money in the market which you can afford to lose, as cryptocurrency market is very volatile and no government has control over it. When to buy. There is no hard rule when to buy your favorite cryptocurrency. But one must research the market stability. You should not buy at the peak of a cryptocurrency bubble or when the price is crashing continuously. Always best time is considered when the price is stable relatively at a low level for some time. Cryptocurrency's storage method. Before buying any cryptocurrency, one must understand how to keep your cryptocurrency safe. Generally, all the exchanges provide the storing facility where you can keep your coins safely. One must not share their user details, password, 2FA when you hold cryptocurrency on exchanges. Paper wallet, hardware wallet, software wallet are some of the channels where one can store their cryptocurrency. Paper wallet is an offline cold storage method to keep your cryptocurrency. It prints your private and public key on a piece of a paper where QR code is also printed. One has to just scan the QR code for their future transactions. Why is it safe? No need to worry about the hack of your account or attack of any malicious malware. You just need to keep your piece of the paper safe in a locker, and if possible keep 2 to 3 pieces of paper wallet all in your complete control. Hardware wallet is a physical device where you keep cryptocurrency safe. There are many forms of hardware wallet, but commonly used hardware wallet is USB. When you keep your cryptocurrency in hardware wallet, you just need to keep in that mind that you should not lose your hardware wallet, as once it is lost you cannot retrieve your cryptocurrency. One famous incident, where a person has mined 7,000 Bitcoin and stores in their hardware wallet and kept it with another hardware wallet. One day he threw the hardware wallet in which he stored his cryptocurrency instead of damaged hardware, and he lost all his Bitcoin. What can buy from cryptocurrencies in India? Most of the people assume that buying and selling of any cryptocurrencies are just for the investment and getting the high returns on a long and short term. Influencers and Bitcoin investors are believing that in coming years Bitcoin will dominate all the fiat currencies and will be accepted as international currency. Dell is one of the largest e-commerce business accepting Bitcoin as payment. Expedia and UNICEF are other examples. In India, Sapna Book Mall was accepting Bitcoin as payment using Unacoin merchant service. People were booking movie tickets through Book My Show or recharging their mobile using Unacoin platform. As per the report, they have stopped the service but planning to start again in near future. Conclusion. Cryptocurrency is one of the growing investment sectors, and it has given nice returns than real estate, gold, stock markets, etc. in the past. You can buy the cryptocurrency and hold for long term to get nice returns, or go for the short term for the quick profit, as we have seen the growth of many coins in 1000% in past. Since the cryptocurrency is a volatile market and no control of government on the industry, one must invest the amount in any cryptocurrency which they can afford to lose. You can store your cryptocurrency in hardware wallet, paper wallet, software wallet if you don't wish to hold in the exchange from where you are trading. Article source, http://usenearticles.com/9986218. How do you convert a cosmetic patient? Converting rates can be frustrating in today's competitive world. You've spent the time, money, and effort in getting prospective patients through your door, yet too many of the prospective patients don't book for some reason. Why not? Is it the competition? Is it your marketing? Is it your staff? What I've learned from consulting in this industry for 20 years and writing the book on it, is this. The number one reason cosmetic patients do not choose you is that they didn't feel a connection. The good news is you can improve that problem fairly easily to increase your closing rate. What does the cosmetic patient really want? First, consider what an aesthetic patient is really buying. Emotionally, they are buying time, recognition, prestige, happiness, and love. Some will tell you they want to stay competitive in the marketplace, look better now that they are newly single, are going to a class reunion, and want to make an old boyfriend jealous. The bottom line is that your cosmetic patient wants to feel better, period. They believe looking better will make them feel better about themselves. Now, they just need to find the right surgeon to help them. Knowing this, you must address their emotional wants, needs, fears, and disappointments. The cosmetic patient is buying hope that you will give them a good result, with minimal pain and discomfort, and that their lives will improve. So, you are in the business of feelings. The aesthetic patient wants to feel special, understood, important, comfortable, significant, and respected. They want to know you care about them as a person and you will give them what they want. They expect to be treated with kindness and respect and, frankly, if they don't get those warm, fuzzy feelings from you and your staff, they will go to your competitor who will treat them better and they'll take their friends with them. Start connecting with the patient on the first call. Your patients want to identify with you and your staff. If you can make the prospective patient feel good, important, and comfortable as well as an understanding of their needs, they are yours. The connection starts with rapport building on the initial telephone call they make to your office. It's imperative your receptionist be friendly, upbeat, professional, and trained to use their tone of voice and strategic scripts to lead the caller to book a consultation with you. Otherwise, if they can't get past the receptionist, they're never going to meet you. For example, your receptionist needs to introduce herself first and then learn the caller's name so she can use it throughout the call. Using someone's name automatically creates more of a bond and makes the patients feel more important. But your receptionist also needs to be skilled at asking specific questions and getting answers from the caller that moves them to schedule a consultation with you. Asking the caller questions such as which procedure they're interested in, and then reassuring them that's a very popular procedure you perform, puts them more at ease. Your receptionist also needs to be skilled at asking for a consultation. The caller is not going to just hand it to them. For example, have your receptionist convert early by offering a choice of your next 2 appointment days/times that are still available. If they pick one, they are moving forward. Bonding pre-appointment. Too much time between when the caller reached out to you and when they can visit you is dangerous. They can easily continue to research your competitors who can accommodate the caller's schedule better or talk to their friends who talk them out of it and so on. Fill up this lag time and stay connected with the prospective patient to build trust while they are waiting for their consultation with you. Have a structure in place where you drip information to them so they get excited about showing up to meet you in person. For example, as soon as they book a consultation, mail or digitally send them a formal patient information packet that contains a letter from you and a handwritten comment from your patient coordinator looking forward to meeting them. Include specific information about the procedure they are interested in, your credentials and photo, your office and staff bios, policies, and directions. A couple of days later, send them your PR pieces with a link to your YouTube channel so they can see you as an authority. A couple of days after that, send them reviews and testimonials from your other patients who love their results with links to your Instagram account to see before/after photos your other patients have posted. This drip campaign helps the patient feel as if they have met you already and positions you as the expert. This is how they show up much more ready to say yes to you. Rapport building between surgeon and patient. Your consultation with the patient can make or break their decision to move forward with you. Or not, so rapport building is essential. Actually, rapport building is one of the most important personality skills a plastic surgeon needs to be successful. You build rapport through words, tone of voice, eye contact, and gestures sense. -7% of what is communicated is through words. -38% through tone of voice. -55% body language, facial expressions, gestures, and movements. How do you get others to identify with you? You act like a reasonable, confident, and professional person to gain their cooperation, loyalty, and respect. Arrogance does not sell, so you don't pull rank or overplay your authority. You speak to patients with empathy and understanding. You speak to their needs, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. You speak to patients on a human level and let them know you can help them with their concerns. Logic does not prevail at this point, and reasoning can fail because this is all about emotions. Actually, logic by itself will rarely influence people. To persuade people, you must understand, and address, what they are saying, use analogies and metaphors that patients can relate to, and show them evidence of your excellent work. How to create rapport. Building rapport is simple. But it takes time since you are looking for commonalities you have with the patient, so you can build a connection. You have to care enough to go the extra step because it makes the difference between a prospective patient booking surgery or continuing to shop around. Here are ways to build rapport with your patients. 1. Show interest in them as a person first, patient second. Smile when you see them, extend your hand, make eye contact, and use magic words and phrases such as "Hello" with a smile and "Glad to meet you." Use the patient's name often. Ask them how they are doing. 2. Create or discover things in common with the patient. Perhaps it's your patient who referred her. Or that your kids go to the same school. Or a friend of yours works at the same company they work at. 3. Mirror the patient's breathing patterns, posture, tonality, and gestures. If the patient talks fast, you talk fast. If the patient talks loud, you talk loud. If the patient is meek and quiet, you slow things down. Use the same terms and phrases the patient uses, such as nose job. When done right, the prospective patient will feel a connection to you. They'll feel that you understand them. That's when they start looking at you as the perfect surgeon for them. Listen. Listening is a skill. The prospective patient needs to know you heard them, you heard their concerns, and you addressed their fears. Effective listening requires more than hearing the words transmitted. It demands that you find meaning and understanding of what's being said. Note your listen versus talk ratio. Please let the patients talk so they feel heard and leave room for their questions. Then answer with tact, concern, and interest. Try to see things from their point of view or frame of reference. Listen with empathy. While you've been through these thousands of times, this is their first time, so have compassion. Educate your patient and set expectations. Expectations come from word of mouth, personal beliefs, and past experience. Expectations must be understood and then addressed, and that begins with how we learn and take in information. People learn information in different ways. Here are the 3 different learning styles. Visual people want to see the results, auditory people want to hear about the results, kinesthetic people want to touch and feel the results. We have elements of all 3 modes, but usually, one mode dominates. So, you want to present your message that gets through to the patient in the way they understand it best. To keep it simple, your consultation should have something for everyone, something visual, something auditory, and something kinesthetic. You can show them things, let them hear things, and attach feelings and emotions to them. Some marketing tools to help. Laptop full of before/after photos they can scroll through. Implants they can touch and feel. Hand/mirror/Q-tip. Computer imaging. Videos of patient testimonials they watch while waiting. A prospective patient calling former patients. Patient information packets with PR pieces, articles you've written, your credentials, your practice brochure, something they can touch and feel. Please communicate clearly. Explain what you do using non-medical language so your patient can easily grasp it. Explain clearly the procedure, the result, the recuperation, and the risks. Oftentimes, less is more. Be succinct in your explanation so you don't confuse the patient, while confidently letting them know they are a great candidate for this procedure. Conclusion. The point is to be patient-centric. When you focus on the patient, they feel that connection. Spend more time upfront in bonding with the patient and using the above strategies to pre-frame you as the best choice. That way, you have a much better chance of the patient converting. Want to improve your converting rate? If you're not happy with your conversion rate, contact me. When does it make sense to finally use a practice consultant and cosmetic patient marketing specialist? Especially if you've tried everything else in the past? If you're even considering hiring a consultant, then it probably makes sense to hire the right consultant, assuming you're crystal clear on what you are wanting to accomplish, and here's why. You're probably closer to winning than you might think. Consider this. You already did the hard part. You put the blood, sweat, and tears into the tough training, setting up your practice, and building a reputation. You already are dedicating energy, time, and money to improve. You may not realize it, but that already makes you part of a fraction of 1% of the entire world who even has the discipline to do what you've done already. It might seem like you've tried everything and failed, but in reality, you're at the 85-yard line. Everybody knows and agrees that having a good coach is critical to success. You already know how valuable it is to know what successful practices do rise above their competitors. How a new perspective can shed light on the practice gaps you're not seeing. How having a roadmap to lead you through the maze of practice building saves you countless hours and wasted time and money making mistakes. But, there's a problem. Actually, there are several. First of all, good consultants are extremely expensive but generally regarded as worth it. The problem isn't necessarily in the cost. The problem is, how do you know the consultant can actually help you? How do you know that it even makes sense for you to hire a consultant in the first place? How do you know, even if the consultant may have a great track record for helping other aesthetic practices, how do you know they are going to be able to help you specifically? First, let's find out if it even makes sense for you to hire a consultant in the first place. Does it make sense for you to hire a consultant? Step 1, get crystal clear about the problem by identifying the issue. I want to be successful isn't really a goal. Be specific. We need to understand exactly what it is you want. Do you want to attract more cosmetic patients? If so, how many, by when? Do you want better conversions? If so, by how much and by when? Do you want better online reviews? Do you want more word-of-mouth referrals? Do you want more professional staff representing you? If so, how many and in what positions to make the biggest impact on your bottom line? Step number 2, identify what does not work and stop doing it. The idea that one thing is going to work for everyone is just silly. Every single aesthetic practice is different. They think differently. They have different needs. That's why finding the right consultant with a tailor-made program specifically for you makes the most sense. Think about this. We make plans, we get motivated, we start taking action, and then we stop. Have you tried every ninja shiny object internet trick and you still don't have the results you want? Guess what? That probably isn't the answer. Or the entire answer. Have you tried mass advertising campaigns aggressive advertising salespeople pressured you for, saying this will make you a celebrity? Again, that probably isn't the answer. Or the entire answer. It doesn't mean the internet and salespeople are bad, it just means it's not for you. Sure, they'll help a little, but that's not enough. Something is missing. They are not going to take you to the 100-yard line, or else, you would already be there. Step 3, understand you can't do it alone. Think about it, as a cosmetic surgeon in private practice, you most likely feel alone a lot of the time. Like you are the only one who really cares about the health of your practice. Like nobody around you understands the pressure of running a cosmetic surgery practice in today's world. You are not supposed to be alone. We are all supposed to collaborate and work together to solve problems. Very few breakthroughs in the history of mankind have ever been achieved by one person alone without help. Even Einstein had help. His wife was a very good mathematician he consulted with a lot. If you are clinging to the belief that you can do it yourself, then you should not hire a consultant. However, if you want to collaborate with someone who feels your pain and has the answers, then this is for you. Here's exactly how I can help you. First of all, I'm not like other consultants in our industry. I don't include fluff or any filler. I don't include untested processes and theory strategies, just the actual tested strategies I have used in aesthetic practices and with my own clients. The tools are simple to learn. Learning them is not the issue. I have taught these tools for 17 years in my webinars, medical conference courses, and speaking engagements. It's applying the materials that can get more tricky. It's when you take the ideas and put them to work in your practice that you might have some bumps in the road. I know I can help you. Usually, it's just a few tweaks that get you from missing the mark or the exact results you're wanting. I have used these exact processes and tools to help hundreds of other cosmetic surgeons and their staff to attract more patients, convert more consultations, and build a successful aesthetic practice built on solid business principles. It's more than just consulting. It's a system for feeling the peace of mind every day, consistently. I'm not talking about feeling better for a few minutes. I'm talking about feeling better all day and every day. This simple and effective method doesn't eliminate negative emotions from your life. You would never want that anyway since you want to grow. It simply teaches you how to manage it in a way that doesn't compound it. If you have already learned the how to build a cosmetic practice concepts and read books on the subject, but aren't seeing the huge benefits yet, this is specifically designed for you. With all due respect, this is not for the entitled or arrogant surgeon who knows it all. This is for surgeons who have a lot working for them but know they could be running a more streamlined and profitable practice. Need a map of clarity so they have peace of mind knowing all systems and staff are working for the good of the practice and not just selfishly for themselves. Know the gaps in their practice are costing them dearly. If this sounds like you, this is exactly what you're looking for. Maybe you're here because you are one of my 10,347 surgeons who follow me religiously through my live online training, blog, YouTube channel, Facebook page, speaking engagements, and email messages. I have collected 20 years of experience working specifically with cash-paying cosmetic surgery practices so they get the most out of what they have built already and what they can build for a healthy and profitable future. When you work with me, two things will happen. First, you will start to become more conscious in your practice. You will start to understand how much control you have over the experiences you encounter every day. This is really important, because if you think your day is just happening to you, then the feeling of powerlessness you experience will prevent you from making the changes and distinctions you're missing. Second, you will gain peace of mind knowing you now have a plan to follow to get you where you always envisioned yourself to be, successful, profitable, and confident. Oh, and in case you're wondering, there is no catch. Here is what you get. We set the stage first. Your vision and goals to benchmark. Your current assets to build from. Your image building strategies to pre-frame you as the best choice. The infrastructure. How phones are handled. Software used to track and report your results. Processes and protocols. The people. The right people in the right positions. The right people trained to represent you professionally. The right people who can convert callers and consultations. Staff incentives and motivation. Manage by metrics system. The processes. The handling of leads. Following up after the consultation. Protocol for before/after photos, reviews, and referrals. The marketing. Your website and internet presence. Year-round marketing plan, social media plan, internal marketing plan, external marketing plan. What is your investment? My fees are structured to give you the most value possible to ensure you not only identify the practice gaps you're missing but also execute the solutions we deem necessary to fix them. I am not here to waste your time or mine. I will give you the maps and a full 60 days of support to help ensure the strategies get executed and you see traction building in way of better results and a smoother running practice. My fees are as follows. On-site assessment and consulting equals $5,000 down $5,000 in 30 days $5,000 in 60 days. Optional live full day assessment equals $3,500 why 60 days? Because too many consultants tell you what to do and then disappear so you never actually put in place the vital processes that will move the needle for you. I will stay with you to ensure you are set you up for success because I'll map out the how to get things done and then ensure they happen. My fee also includes hard copy deliverables and supporting materials to reference in the future for you and your staff. Take a minute to read the comments other surgeons had to say about working with me to take their practice to the next level, and then let's talk. To avoid us wasting time going back and forth with phone messages, feel free to text me instead so we can set up a time to talk. I sincerely look forward to working with you to fine-tune things for you so you have an effective patient plan, well-trained staff, and smooth running processes for a more profitable cosmetic practice you enjoy. What other surgeons say about working with me? Very well established, successful solo plastic surgery practice in very competitive area. Working with Catherine was truly an eye-opening experience, and I had an epiphany. I now see my practice through the eyes of a businessman rather than as a surgeon trying to do everything myself to ensure it gets done. I know how to run a profitable practice, however, it was not without major staff issues, inefficiencies and unproductive drama. With Catherine's guidance, I reorganized staff, set up processes for them to carry more of the workload and hold them accountable so I have more time to focus on patient care. The changes we put in place and the staff training to convert more callers and consultations will easily increase my revenues by 15% as well as save us time, money and costly mistakes. This has been a profitable and practice-changing investment that I wholeheartedly endorse for any surgeon who is ready to step up their game. Evan Sorokin, Maryland. Very well established, successful multi-surgeon plastic surgery practice in very competitive area. We engaged with Catherine for several reasons. While we run a very successful cosmetic practice, we are always open to discovering new ways to better our best in terms of staff, practice structure and processes. Given Catherine's years of best practice study around the world, we thought her an excellent choice to help us reimagine our practice. Catherine was instrumental in setting up a new structure that made our large team of surgeons and staff work together more cohesively. She outlined a plan that put key metrics in place, gave us a clear plan to follow throughout the year and trained our staff to increase their conversions by at least 10%. We immediately felt a renewed sense of optimism and enthusiasm for our growth. Since engaging with Catherine, I'm happy to report that revenues are up 15% over the last 3 months minus 22% in the last month alone. I highly recommend Catherine's consulting services to any practice looking for best practice additions to their operation. Her years of experience allow her to bring outside eyes to your practice, recognize what's off, and recommend concrete actionable plans for improvement. Robert Siegel, MD, President, Austin Weston, Reston, Virginia. Facial plastic surgery / dermatology practice wanting to grow cosmetic surgery side of practice. We have been very pleased with our relationship with Catherine. Her recent evaluation and recommendations for our practice have been extremely helpful. Her experience enabled her to accurately evaluate our practice in its current situation and identify potential for growth. Her interaction with our staff has been tremendous. She has concrete ideas for marketing our practice, ideas that we can implement immediately. We would recommend her service without hesitation. Gerald J. Olson, MD, Oz. ENT surgeon opening a med-spa within his practice. We were opening up a cosmetic center in our ENT practice and I needed help figuring out how to profitably grow a cosmetic practice now, not years from now. However, there were so many different options and I was getting pulled in so many directions that I knew I needed someone with experience in working with practices like ours, who could give me a roadmap to lead me through the maze to save me time and money. I chose Catherine because I heard her speak at a medical conference and she was entertaining, knowledgeable, and passionate about helping surgeons grow the cosmetic side of their practice. I also read her book and that solidified my trust in her. Catherine turned into my aesthetic coach who gave me direction and kept me from wasting money when it came to offering specific procedures, technology, and devices. She kept me focused on investing in things proven to grow the bottom line so I got a lot more bang for my buck than I would have on my own. I am grateful to Catherine for sharing her time and talents with us. Although I originally balked at her fees, I quickly learned how much more value we got from the expertise that saved us a tremendous amount of time and money that would have been wasted. I highly recommend using Catherine's coaching and consulting services if you want to do it right the first time. David Hartman, MD, VA. Established, successful solo surgeon plastic surgery practice. Catherine, sorry for the delayed response. things have evolved a bit differently from when we last talked. Yes, last year did turn out well and you and I discussed some of your other suggestions that we had implemented, but I expressed that we didn't see the effect we had hoped for, and so you and I discussed some other strategies on tweaking the right message, right audience, right medium. I still have yet had time to follow up on implementing the additional, new strategies we discussed in our last phone call. However, I felt the need to reach out and follow up with you because, as it turns out, the suggestions we had implemented that I complained we hadn't seen any results from. Well, I was wrong. In the first quarter this year, our earnings from cosmetic surgery are up 96% over 1 year ago. Last year was slower than usual first quarter, and 44% from our prior best first quarter ever. This increase in revenue was achieved by only adding a few additional patients over that quarter. Better patients, better revenue with minimal additional labor on our part. I attribute this to a few things. Implementing your strategy to go deep in our marketing efforts in our local community, doing the same ad with better before/after photos of a facelift patient across multiple print and direct mail pieces, and repeating these over a period of time, the age of our practice in the area and the local economy that continues to improve. The general marketing principles and guidance regarding the location of our practice and principles for future practice marketing and development or sound advice that have proven to be beneficial and true. Thank you for your practical insight and advice. We still have a way to see the full implementation and effect of all of your input, and I am excited to see the results as they unfold. We have enjoyed working with you, and I believe what you offer is unique in the consulting industry for our field. Any practice, at any stage, could benefit from the vast array of consulting information and products your firm offers. We look forward to continuing to seek out your services as we continue to grow. Leo Laporta, MD, Houston, Texas. New plastic surgeon entering the marketplace in a very competitive area. Catherine gave my staff excellent training on how to convert callers to appointments and appointments into procedures. She also showed my staff how instrumental they are in growing my practice and gave them excellent tips on how to network and market me and the practice in the community. I highly recommend working with Catherine if you want to save time, money, and hassle trying to figure out this for yourself. Working with her is well worth it. Vishal Kapoor, MD, Beverly Hills, California. Well-established, successful solo surgeon plastic surgery practice in very competitive area. Catherine's consulting service have paid for itself many times over the investment I made engaging with her. Working with her helped change my perspective of how to run my already successful practice to one that is more streamlined and profitable. The training she gave my staff was also fantastic. I hear my staff using Catherine's strategies to close more calls and consultations. They are also taking more initiative to implement the strategies Catherine customized for our practice. If you have plateaued or if the gaps in your processes are costing you, Catherine can help. She's worth every penny. Michael Chiravino, MD, Houston, Texas. Saying that times have changed would be a massive understatement when referring to growing a cosmetic practice in today's marketplace. To make sense of it, it helps to understand the structure and stages of an industry so you can then adapt to it. The life cycle of the cosmetic surgery industry. Every industry goes through stages of introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Why? For lots of reasons, but the biggest one is because society and its consumers accept products and services at different rates. As society begins to adapt and accept an innovation, the demand for new services grows and eventually reaches maturity. But a lot happens between these stages. The introduction stage. Just 1 generation ago, growing a cosmetic practice was straightforward. At that time, cosmetic surgery was still a taboo topic and only for celebrities and consumers of high worth value. Because demand for cosmetic surgery was limited, so were the number of service providers, most of whom were plastic surgeons who did a lot of reconstructive surgery and wanted to spread their wings to the cash side of medicine. Advertising was minimal and consisted of a few surgeons investing in mass advertising via TV, radio, and print ads that centered on the surgeon's status. Prospective patients looked up to surgeons and, most often, went with the surgeon's recommendations since they were regarded as the experts. When prospective patients called the office, it was to book a consultation with a surgeon. More often than not, patients showed up for their appointments and conversions were fairly straightforward. This old cosmetic practice growth funnel worked well. There were few plastic surgeons to choose from and they enjoyed regal status. Growth stage. As society accepted cosmetic surgery more, thanks to the media who report on it and the Kardashians who partake in it, a lot, consumer demand increased dramatically. The growth in demand for cosmetic surgery, coupled with exciting technological advancements, not only opened up the industry to an increase in consumers, but also to an increase of service providers. No longer was cash-based cosmetic medicine limited to board-certified plastic surgeons. Any MD could open a med spa and provide convenience and service for cash-based, non-surgical procedures that filled the need for consumers not ready for surgery. Then, as government regulations deterred medical providers from practicing insurance-based medicine due to low reimbursement and high cost and hassle of reimbursement, that supply of cash-based service providers increased even more. Once there was proven consumer demand for cosmetic surgery, big business and pharma also jumped in and created more solutions for service providers to offer to consumers. And, all of that increased the competition dramatically. Today, consumer demand continues to increase even more and includes new types of consumers, men and the younger population, as well as geographic opportunities, so the future looks promising. But all of this leads to commoditization within the aesthetic industry. As the competition enters the market, they frequently offer aesthetic services at lower prices. They almost have to since they don't enjoy status and need to enter the marketplace to attract new cosmetic patients somehow. This creates a downward sloping demand curve that reflects the willingness of consumers to purchase more of the commodity at lower price levels. Now, consumers have a plethora of solutions at a range of prices to choose from. This scenario forces cosmetic surgeons to either lower their prices to compete or add more value to justify the higher prices. Adding value includes creating an image and brand to position the practice in a crowded marketplace as a high-end service provider offering a better quality of results, excellent customer service, an upscale experience, and so on. Maturity stage. With so many service providers and many more manufacturers offering countless solutions to address consumers' cosmetic concerns, it is becoming competitive to attract new cosmetic patients. Profits peak at the beginning and the end of the maturity stage with increased competition, so total sales continue to grow during the first part of the maturity stage. In the remainder of the maturity stage, profits decline because even though many consumers are buying, they are buying on price more often than value. Here is the point, even inefficient practices make a profit at the growth stage, but the best run practices are the practices that will endure the maturity stage. Less efficient practices struggle to generate positive cash flow in an uber-competitive environment because they are not able to spend enough to attract the number of patients needed to generate positive cash flow, so they get weeded out. Growing a cosmetic practice now is different. Today's cosmetic practice growth funnel is more complex. Cosmetic practices have to be able to balance their advertising costs and overhead expenses to keep a steady stream of patients coming to them without going broke. Surviving in a maturing marketplace. The trick to staying in the game is to leverage existing assets to get more value from costs that already occurred and to become more efficient, thereby generating more revenue using fewer resources. The practices that do this best win. The weakest practices don't because they cannot afford to operate profitably and compete on price at the same time. Here's how to win. Rather than compete on price, compete on friendly customer service, efficient processes, time-saving technology, and relationship building. Invest in the best staff you can afford and train them in customer service and converting. Quality of work, great attitude, and excellent converting skills will make you money. Increase the value of every patient by developing a relationship with them so they return for other services, consent to their photos being taken, refer their friends and give you a 5-star review so other prospective patients also see you as the best choice. Turn your current patients into your unpaid sales ambassadors who grow your practice organically by sharing you with their friends and followers on social media. All of your leverage is with your number one asset, your patient list. You have already spent the time, money, and effort in attracting them to you. They will grow your practice for you if you let them for free. They chose you once and, if you focus on them, They will choose you again and bring their friends with them. This means you redirect some of your advertising costs to training your staff and nurturing your current patients. So, now, you are growing a cosmetic practice internally and externally, and that's how you survive and thrive in today's marketplace. Are you set up to win? Cosmetic practice growth comes from clarity, focus, discipline and courage to see where the issues are and fix them. Why? Because you can't fix what you don't know. You also can't stick your head in the sand and do what you've always done, or you will get left behind. Brutal honesty is needed here. Where are your problem areas holding you back from more patients and profits? Do you know, or are you just guessing? Are you sure that's it, or is there something else that's broken that you don't know about or haven't been willing to address? Let's find out. A great place to start is with this 9-point assessment that gives you the clarity you need to focus on what's most important for your practice and your revenues to grow. Simply answer yes or no to the following questions to see if you are set up to win. Do you have a marketing plan that uses several patient attraction lead generation strategies? Cosmetic patients today live on multimedia channels and want info the way they want it. Some prospective patients want to follow you on Facebook. Some want to look at your pics and videos on Instagram. Some want to watch you dance on TikTok, kidding, but get in early. Some want to read your blog posts. Most want to read about you from your other cosmetic patients. Some want to go through your website with a fine-tooth comb. So, you need a strategy to create and distribute content everywhere prospective patients may be so you get their attention. Are you able to track where your new leads are coming from? It's way too expensive to advertise today and not know what's working. When I consult with practices, we pull the reports that tell us the referral source. However, the data can be inaccurate when we learn. The receptionist never asked the caller how they heard about you. Or the receptionist just clicked on the first drop-down referral source because the computer system won't let her continue without choosing something. Or the patient left it blank on the patient intake forms and nobody asked. Or the patient said the internet when asked on the phone, but then once she visits and gets more comfortable, she opens up that actually it was a friend who referred her, so she Googled you, went to your website, and then you're rigged to check you out. Does your staff respond to new leads immediately? The stats show that 48% of offices don't follow up on internet leads because they are too busy or don't think they are good quality leads, so why bother? Or some practice staff follow up days later and by then the lead has grown cold or their competitors have already reached out. Whoever follows up first has the first responder advantage, so you need a system to jump on these leads immediately while they're hot. Does your phone staff convert at least 60% of the callers to appointments? The phone experience a prospective patient has with your practice is taken way too lightly in most practices. Keep in mind, new patients are never going to meet you if they can't get past your receptionist. Most surgeons have spent a fortune on their website to be seen as the best, but not enough on the phone skills of their receptionists who represent them. So, the prospective patient has checked out your website and is excited to connect with you, but then changes their mind when calling your office. They could have gotten an answering machine or an annoying phone tree or an indifferent receptionist who didn't bother bonding with the caller. My team and I have been doing mystery shopping for more than 20 years, and here's what I know for sure. Every practice can use help in this area. And just because you train them once, doesn't mean they stay trained. Calls need to be monitored, scripts need to be followed, and accountability needs to be in place, so every call is handled professionally. Does your coordinator convert at least 60% of the consultations to booked procedures? This is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. All the money, time and effort you have expended to attract new cosmetic patients to you begins and ends here. Leads are just leads until the prospective patient says yes and gives you money. Are you sure you have the right person in this position who can professionally represent you, go over the quote and ask for a decision? Too many practices have hired a nice coordinator who is friendly and easy to work with, yet they don't know how to close. Either they haven't been trained to or they have resistance to it, but either way, it's costing you a fortune in wasted time and lost revenues. Does your staff follow up professionally on leads that do not convert? Let's say you have a great coordinator, but for some reason, she drops the ball if she can't convert them at the consultation. Maybe she assumes they will call back if they have questions or are ready to book, or maybe she thinks they are lost causes. What usually happens is she may email or call them once and say the standard, "So, did you have any more questions?" And when they say, "No, they are still thinking about it," she drops them in the dead lead file and they are gone forever. The decision-making process for a plastic surgery patient has gotten so confusing with so many choices, they often do need to think about it. But that's why you need to be there helping them think. That takes skills and strategies to move that thinking patient to a yes patient. I guarantee you are losing at least 15% of your revenues if you do not have a solid plan in place for following up on leads. Did you systematically ask for referrals, reviews, and retain patients? Here is where the most money is left on the table. You see the patient as a one-hit wonder rather than as a raving fan who returns, refers and reviews. When you shift your mindset and consider the lifetime value of a cosmetic patient, you make more money and work smarter. You already did the hard part when you attracted a new patient to your practice. With minimal effort, you encourage them to return more often, give you great reviews and brag about you their friends and family. A cosmetic practice has always and will continue to grow on word-of-mouth referrals. That's why you set up processes to get as much value from each cosmetic patient. And this is the best part of our industry. Cosmetic patients have endless needs, especially as the aging process and trends continue. Did you hold your staff accountable, so you know processes are being followed? Most surgeons I consult with feel as if they don't do it, it doesn't get done. They complain they have to micromanage staff and wish they would just do their job. They are frustrated with their staff and hold a quiet resentment towards them because they are supposed to make the surgeon's life easier, not harder. If you, too, have felt that, there is a better way. Rather than think like a surgeon, you must think like a business person. That means setting up protocols just like you do for surgery, but you do it also for lead generation, patient conversion, patient follow-up and so on. When done correctly, the staff has clarity and you have peace of mind knowing the right things are getting done to grow your practice. Can you easily pull reports that help you make better business decisions? When I was in business school getting my MBA, they harped on reporting and how important it was. At the time, I thought looking at the bottom line was enough. That was very naive on my part because by then, it's too late to do anything to fix it. Knowing your numbers through the right weekly and monthly reports tells you vital data. First, it takes the guesswork and the anecdotal assumptions out of it and it tells you if you are on track or if you need to pivot. The right data, good or bad, helps you make better business decisions because numbers don't lie. They are there to help you see what's really going on in your practice. There are only a few key metrics that make all the difference. The secret is to stay focused on those key metrics and not be distracted by the endless chatter promising you bliss if you just do this one thing. Okay, that was a lot. You either feel really good right now that you are able to say yes to these practice fundamentals or you feel not so good. Just so you know, the average cosmetic practice can only answer yes to a few of these questions, usually because they don't know how, or they have not had to perfect their practice fundamentals yet. But only the best will survive and flourish because they have perfected their practice fundamentals that keep their revenues flowing. Let's talk if you're not satisfied with your current results. I guarantee you'll have clarity and structure to run your practice more like a well-run business. Spring is the perfect time for fresh starts and new beginnings, and that goes for your business too. Spring cleaning may normally involve physically cleaning, decluttering, and organizing your space, but in business, it can extend to so much more than that. For example, why not declutter your digital files, organize your budget, optimize your processes, and more. With the 5 simple and effective tips below, you will learn how to spring clean your business in easy and impactful ways. You can help your business from the inside out, improving and refining inner workings such as processes, budget, and workplace culture, through to outward-facing areas such as reputation, accreditation, and outreach. Read on to discover where to start when giving your business a spring clean, and watch your business grow and thrive as a result. 1. Revise your budget and processes. An important first step in spring cleaning your business is to revisit its crucial core elements, especially budget and processes. Your budget should be as flexible and adaptable as possible. It should be easy to maintain, and most importantly, regularly reviewed. Otherwise, it is easy for costs to creep up and for the business to become unprofitable. You can use this as a time to assess exactly how and where your business is spending money, and assess whether you are receiving enough benefit from these expenses. Perhaps there is one area of outreach or advertising that is working well, for example, and another that is weak. Maybe it would be a better decision to invest more in the effective area, and stop paying for the other. Depending on the size and scale of your business, budgets and processes can quickly become overwhelming and time-consuming, especially if they need to be regularly reviewed. This is a great time to embark on our second tip, getting a fresh perspective from a knowledgeable professional. 2. Enlist the help of experts. No matter how experienced and accomplished they are, the best entrepreneurs know when others know better. They enlist the help of experts, specialist advisors, and those with specific skill sets, on a daily basis. A great way to update and upgrade your business is to do the same. Identify the areas that you most want to improve or seek advice on, such as processes, budget, or advertising, for example, and enlist the help of an expert. Many companies rely on copywriters with experience in search engine optimization, for example, or bid and tender professionals who can identify the best opportunities and help to win more work for their business. An expert professional can help you to gain an overview and see the bigger picture in your business, or else home in on the fine details and the specialist support that they can provide. Rather than trying to learn and execute everything yourself, rely on the knowledge and experience of others, thereby growing your business as a team, whether as a one-off consultation or more sustained, regular collaboration. Select the areas of your business on which you wish to focus, then research and reach out to the best professionals who can help. 3. Communicate with your team. A spring clean of your business should also involve the help of your team. Now is a great time to discuss your ideas and goals with them, and to get their input. Not only is this a great way to gain additional insights on where your business might be thriving or underperforming, but studies also show that employees who feel involved and consulted are more likely to be invested in the outcome, and in the business overall. Additionally, seeking the opinions of your team and genuinely trying to implement their advice, suggestions, and preferences is a great way to foster a strong team dynamic and grow the business organically. The best leaders are not only concerned with what their employees can do for them, but also what they can do for their employees. Make an effort to foster a workplace culture that is inclusive, communicative, and mutually supportive. Your business will soon reap the rewards of a happy workforce, with increased productivity, better employee retention, and faster growth. 4. Earn certifications and accreditations. A great way to upgrade the inner workings of your business, as well as its image and public reputation, is by seeking official accreditations and certifications. Certifications and accreditations are a great way to instantly communicate your legitimacy, experience, and trustworthiness to your potential clients. They help to show that you are fully up to date with all the necessary safety protocols and procedures, for example, and that you have undertaken the relevant checks, examinations, and more. An accreditation or certification can communicate all this with just a simple logo or stamp of approval. In a competitive marketplace, more customers than ever are seeking the fastest and most reliable ways to decide which company to purchase from. A trustworthy stamp of approval or accreditation could therefore be the difference between standing out from your competitors or slipping under the radar of your customers. The best choices of accreditation will depend on your industry and sector. Respected accreditations in construction will differ from well-known certifications in accounting, for example, but both would serve the same function as a great way to immediately demonstrate your expertise to potential clients and customers. 5. Align your goals with your values. Whatever the time of year, be sure to regularly assess your business goals and whether they still align with your overall values and vision. This might include factors like your working hours, workplace culture, as well as the growth you want to see for your business in the next few years, the problems you hope it will solve, and the customers you want it to serve. As a business evolves, so too does its owner. Schedule regular and methodical times to take stock of your progress and evaluate your next move. This way, you can be sure that both you and your business are progressing in ways that always align with the principles, goals, and lifestyle that you value. A clean and sanitary office or business facility is definitely on top priority and also essential for success of your business. Your visitors demand it, as well as your employees will be thankful for it, therefore will thanks for this. But one of the main questions is, who will take this responsibility to completely clean or sparkle your business? First option, you may choose to outsource cleaning company to your office. Whenever you seek the services of a commercial cleaning company, the business conducts cleaning after hours or at regular intervals in highly trafficked facilities, and the cleaning services company is tidying up, from cleaning restrooms and vacuuming, to restocking consumables and taking away trash. Hiring another cleaning service specialist offers numerous benefits. Businesses can avoid selecting an on-staff or salaried janitor or avoid cleaning the facilities themselves. Plus, the sanitation of your business is assured. Your workplace will also look tidy and professional. As you choose a company who provides office cleaning services, anyone who is looking for? From your cleaning company's reputation to its offered services and experience, knowledge, competence, skills, know-how, here are 7 standards your commercial property cleaning company should meet. 1. Reputation and experience. Trust is essential when finding a business property cleaner. This company's employees will be on your site, most regularly, after hours, once you as well as your employees have removed up home for your day. Plus, the business is in charge of working diligently with reduced supervision. How will you evaluate an office cleaning company's trustworthiness? Consider these questions. How set up? Select a company that's well established in your area, town or service area. How many accounts? A business that will assist some businesses is commonly a good sign of a good reputation. Are recommendations available? Probably the most reputable office cleaning companies are pleased to share references. 2. Employee verification or screening process and training. The very best commercial property cleansers take hiring very seriously. They employ the service of only the most skilled, experienced, trained and trusted employees, plus they provide employees with sufficient training to ensure quality and safe practices. When you research about service providers, inquire about their staff training policies. Specifically, make sure you realize employee training. Select a service company that trains employees in a few areas, from cleaning, to security vertical bar, protection, basic safety, to professionalism. Employee verification or screening process. Ask which kind of employee verification or screening process is conducted, i.e., criminal background checks, criminal record investigation. Employee verification or screening process services offer professionals an extraordinarily powerful tools to leverage their business to success. Through the entire hiring process, these services are a great way for professionals to save lots of time, information, protect the business, and gain deeper insights about potential hires. It not only includes work and degree confirmation but also police arrest records or analysis, inspection, so that safe and sound environment should be provided at the job places. Investigations are also conducted to discover character imperfections and legal or unlawful tendencies that may jeopardize the business down the road, tarnish its reputation, endanger personnel, or limit the potency of the candidate. Verification or screening process is often done to see whether employees can be respected to manage money or protect very sensitive or hypersensitive or private information. Consists of a lot more insightful procedures, techniques, functions that can guide professionals in critical determinations is one of the main factors. It's not simply a screening, it's a means towards an effective business. Screening can be an essential requirement of hiring, but matching individuals to needed skills is exactly what someone can expect from a service company. By applying or demanding self-discipline to the hiring process, staff screening services supply the deeper insights required in today's competitive world. Using the high level of candidates for most positions, enough time it takes to examine applications and interview applicants, professionals need effective ways to get the right person for every single vacancy. Regularity. Will the same staff be in charge of your premises every day? Or might it be someone new? Choose companies with low turnover, which send the same employees to your premises consistently. 3. Types of services offered. Do you will need simply a standard cleaning at regular intervals throughout the week? Or will your premises have special requirements? Before getting on a service provider, ensure they offer the services you need. Whether they have an opportunity to fulfill your entire facility need. Some standard cleaning services include vacuuming, sweeping and mopping, trash detachable and recycling, kitchenette and laundrette cleaning, stock and consumables, i.e., newspaper towels and hand soap, bathroom cleaning, dusting. Some office cleaning providers do offer additional professional services, as well. For instance, floor waxing, carpet shampooing, seasonal disinfecting, or computer and hardware cleaning are distributed services that don't assume all company offers. Building cleanup is another service that not absolutely all cleaning companies